Good afternoon and welcome to the Hofstra Women's Basketball Postgame Press Conference with head coach Danielle Santos-Atkinson, Emma Corrine, and Michaela Carter. Before you open the floor to questions, coach, just give us your thoughts following the win over UNC Wilmington.
Yeah, I'm really proud of how this team came out and performed, but not because of how they performed tonight. Also proud for that, but how they prepared this week. Having the bye, I thought they were really intentional about making sure we were locked in and showing up for practice every single day. We were able to have some recovery for our bodies, but in the time we were on the court, they worked extremely hard. Proud of the way we played together tonight. When you've got 20 assists and 9 turnovers, that says a lot for this team. Our goal was 40 rebounds. We were able to get 41, and just a complete effort from everybody.
Questions? Coach, you mentioned ball security. Obviously, turnovers an adventure sometimes. How proud are you of the team to be able to not even keep it below 15 like you always say, but keep it below 10?
Yeah, no, it's great. And for majority of that game, I'd probably say for about 35 minutes, we have four turnovers. So, and just the way we protected the ball tonight, even when they were in that zone and they packed it in, they pressed us for those few possessions. I thought we stayed together and we continued to compete throughout it all. But again, just intentional about playing with that +1 mentality, sharing the ball, and making sure we have ball security.
Michaela, you were unreal tonight. Just what were you seeing out there?
I just think my teammates found me. I was running the floor well, and then I was just taking open shots when I had them. So it was giving me a lot of confidence throughout the game.
Emma, a huge first half. What were you seeing out there?
The same thing. I feel like everyone was sharing the ball, so it was easy to shoot when I was open or make the assist when I saw Michaela open because I knew she was going to make it. Yeah.
What did you think of Sinai Garrett in the second half?
I thought she was great. I thought she came out and did exactly what we needed of her. She always comes out and shares the ball and does a great job with that. But I thought she did a great job of not only sharing the ball and having 4 assists with 0 turnovers, but then also finding her opportunities at the rim. She's a great attacker to the rim. When she gets to the rim, she has the ability to finish. I thought she played really well in the second half, not because of just the offensive things, but we've challenged her defensively, and she's rose to that occasion, and she's played really well. I thought defensively as well on that side of the floor.
And the last thing for me, Friday, obviously, old friend coming back. How do you look forward to that?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's not about who's on the other side of that bench. For us, we are in preparation for the conference tournament, and all of these games and these practices are just stepping stones to get there. So we're worried about Hofstra and making sure Hofstra's playing their best basketball.
29 points off of the 18 UNCW turnovers. Just to Emma and Michaela, what were you and the team? How are you able to capitalize off of their mistakes?
Honestly, just finding the open players. I feel like we emphasized that not letting up throughout the game, so keeping our foot on under their necks throughout the whole game and staying aggressive throughout each quarter. So that was.
Yeah, I say we were aggressive on defense, even at the end, and yeah, just keep going.
And coach, you were able to get your 3 freshmen in the game, Olivia, Kiana, and Sinai. How did it feel getting to see them get some valuable experience in what is a tough conference schedule?
Yeah, I mean, I love when we have the opportunity. We've got a team, but then also a bench that shows up every day and works extremely hard. And it's very hard to show up at practice and work hard. They've embraced the role and they've done a great job of making sure that this team is prepared when we step on the floor. So to be able to have that opportunity to get them that game experience, I think is great. And they've got to continue to work and continue to do what they're doing because their time is going to come. They're great players, and they'll be definitely high value to our program.
And that third quarter was just, on both ends, dominant. 23 points. There was a big stretch where UNC Wilmington wasn't able to score at all. What was the message to the team coming out of the locker room, and how do you feel they were able to execute that?
Yeah, we didn't want to let up. We wanted to be able to put together a complete 40 minutes. We've had some inconsistencies coming out of halftime in that third quarter, in the second half. And we wanted to be intentional about it. Just how do we make sure we're closing out games in the way we need to close out? And that started for us on the defensive side of the floor. And for us, that resulted in transition buckets and transition points.
Sorry, one more. You mentioned the front court post game and being able to rotate them and keep them all really fresh. Looking here, I don't think any of them played over 20 minutes. How huge is that for the next few games? Is starting to get tighter and tighter.
Yeah, it's great to have the depth that we have, to be able to bring people in and have the rotation where when we sub, I don't feel as though we drop off one bit. People are coming in, they're ready to go, they're ready to contribute. Just because they're coming in as subs doesn't mean they couldn't start on any other team in this conference. And so I love our depth and the ability that we have, especially in that guard rotation. And that's going to help us as we have this stretch throughout the remainder of the season and into the tournament.
And the team's wearing their pink shooting shirts honoring breast cancer survivors today, along with your assistant coach, Keela Whittington. What does it mean to be able to welcome so many survivors and honor them today?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before the game. We're playing for so much more than just ourselves today, and to bring awareness to those that have fought extremely hard to be able to survive, a disease such as breast cancer, and to be able to encourage others to be able to do so. I just think it's phenomenal. Just a great experience, and being able to honor those guys out there on the floor. And again, having Coach Keela here, as you mentioned, is just the wisdom that she brings and what she pours into our not only our players, but then also our staff is great. But wanted to make sure we honored them, and we got the W in doing so.
This concludes the Postgame press conference. Coach, MC, EK, thank you.
Thank
Congrats
you.
on the win.